When it comes to wanting to be an entrepreneur, when it comes to trying to make a lot of money working for yourself, one of the biggest things that I've personally had to go through is understanding the importance of keeping myself productive, keeping myself in a routine, and keeping myself structured. Because most people, they just think when you work for yourself, you get to do whatever you want. You have free time all the time, and you're free to do anything essentially. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that freedom because right now, you more than likely don't have that freedom. You may either be in school, so you have to go to school. You may have a job that you have to go to. One of those two things you more than likely have. The thing with those things is it keeps you structured. It keeps you at a routine, so you're constantly doing the same thing and you know what you're doing, and it comes to like a second nature type of thing, because after a while you don't even got to think about it. You know where you're driving when you go to work. You know where you're driving when you go to school. It's just second nature, and that's what having a proper routine and having a proper system in place will do for you. One of the main things when you are trying to become an entrepreneur, early on you're going to have this problem. You're not going to know what to do with your spare time. You're not going to know what systems to put in place to keep you structured. You're not going to know how to be the most productive as you can. Why? Because this is something new. You haven't done it before. You've been constantly told what to do. You didn't have to go figure out what to do by yourself. You didn't have to go out of your way to figure out what is going to lead to good results. You always were told what to do. Now when you have to figure out what to do by yourself, most people don't know what they're doing. But in this video, I'm going to be able to tell you guys what I've personally been able to make sure I stay as productive as possible and get as much work done without burning out. And I'm going to share with you guys so that you guys can also implement the system and start actively staying productive, getting as much work done every single day so that you can achieve your goals that you have for 2024. So me personally, I'm a day trader. So one of the first things I do when I wake up is I day trade. When I wake up, within at least 30 minutes to an hour, I'm already on the charts. I'm at my desk and I'm with the VIP Trading Network, and we're just going to get ready to live trade. And that's just been something I've done for 3 years now. I built the routine that I actively wake up and I know I'm going to the charts. I know I'm not going to go anywhere else. I know I might take a shower first and then get on the charts, but there's nothing that I prioritize before trading, because that is what I try to put most of my effort in. Because the first thing you do when you wake up is more than likely going to be the thing that you have the most intention for. It's going to be something that you actually look forward to, and you're also going to get the most work done from waking up, because you're going to have the most energy and you're going to just be ready to tackle any activity. So the one thing that I've personally been doing is I wake up early. I wake up around 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock and I'm on the charts by 9:30, and from 9:30 to 11 o'clock I'm trading. I'm there, I'm locked in, and I get this deep work. You guys need to understand what deep work is. I was never told what deep work is. It's just something I kind of learned that I was already doing, but I didn't know how to control it. I didn't know how to make myself have deep work. It was the type of thing where I would just be editing a video and I would realize that I've been editing for about an hour, 2 hours. I haven't checked my phone. I haven't went to the bathroom. I've just been locked in. And those are the environments that you want to position yourself, because that's when you're going to get the best work done, regardless what you're in, regardless if you're a trader, a content creator, into e-com, whatever business you have. You got to understand deep work. Deep work is how you're going to be able to stay productive without having to spend your whole day working, because everybody wants to work all day. They want to work as hard as possible, but at the end of the day, there is a certain amount of work that you could do before you get burned out. And once you get burned out, you can still work, but the quality of your work is not going to be there. We want to have high quality work. So what I would personally do, I would rather have 2 to 4 hours of deep work, getting extreme focus, making the highest quality content I can, trading to the highest quality that I can, and doing whatever it is that I have to do within that 4 to 5 hour frame and work to the best of my ability, rather than having 10 to 11 hour days where I'm just having half-ass work, where I'm just working to work, where I'm dozing off, I'm losing focus, and the quality of what I'm trying to create or what I'm trying to do isn't there. Minimize it. Less is more. In trading, less trades is better. In lifting, less reps but higher weight is better. Less is more no matter what, and you got to integrate that into your life. Another thing that you want to be able to do to stay productive, to make sure you get as much work done, is you got to do something you enjoy. You may not like that. You may be trying to stay productive in something you don't necessarily enjoy, but at the end of the day, if you want to work and feel like an hour feels like 10 minutes, you have to work on something you enjoy. You have to do something you're passionate about. You have to find purpose within the work. Nobody likes to work their job for other people. Why? Because they're not working towards something that is purposeful for them. They're not working towards their goals. And that's what you have to do. In order to get as much work done to the highest quality, you got to find enjoyment in it. You have to find pleasure. Me right now, I like sitting in front of this camera because I enjoy giving value. I know what I'm going to be getting from this is going to be 10 times what I'm doing right now. So that's why I do it. When I go to the charts, even if I lose a trade, I'm still going to show up because I enjoy it. I find purpose in being able to chase my dreams, being able to chase a way that I'm no longer going to have to work for somebody else. There's purpose behind it. When I go to the gym, I'm not going there just to go work out. I'm going there because I want to build my body into something stronger. I want to build myself to my highest potential. There's purpose behind it. You got to find purpose behind everything you do. And once you find that purpose, everything's going to be easy. You're going to put the work in. You're going to put those hours in because you actually enjoy it. You want to do it. You don't force yourself. You want to do it. I don't force myself to sit in front of this camera. I want to be in front of this camera. I want to give value. I want to create content. I want to change lives. If you don't want to do what you are trying to stay productive in, then you're not going to be productive. You're not going to create high quality work, ever going to have high quality work. Simple as that. And if this is something that may strike you the wrong way, maybe you are doing something that you don't necessarily enjoy, that's perfectly fine. But you got to find something else that you enjoy to then put that purpose and put that potential that you do have into something else, and don't let it go to waste. Because it's perfectly fine to have a job you don't like. It's perfectly fine to have a business that makes a lot of money but you don't enjoy. But you still have to find purpose in other things, because if you're simply just avoiding it and not looking for that purpose or passion anywhere else, then you're simply not going to have quality of life. You have is just not going to be what you want. And it's simple as that. You can change your life. You are in control of your life. You can do whatever you want with your life. You just have to put those actions into effect. You also just have to understand yourself as a person. Everybody is different. We all have different weaknesses, different strengths. We all have different traits and qualities that make us who we are. And that's perfect. That's the beauty of being us. That's the beauty of being unique. No, not one of us is identical to no one else. But with that being said, you got to understand you are going to have traits, you're going to have characteristics about you that are going to lead you to do certain things. For example, me personally, I'm not a patient person. So it's not as easy for me to sit in front of a computer editing for 5 hours compared to, say, for example, someone with the name of Sam. Say Sam loves sitting there at a computer. They'll be able to sit there for 10 to 12 hours easily. But that's just because they know themselves and I know myself. So with that being said, the third thing you want to do to be able to stay as productive as possible is put systems in place to keep you productive, to keep you successful. A system that I personally have is, like I said earlier, I wake up at a specific time, and from 9:30 to 11 o'clock, I'm on the charts. I'm not on the charts for 6 hours. I'm on the charts for 2 to 3 hours, because I know with that 2 to 3 hours, I can be in deep focus. I can actually have high quality work. But if I'm sitting there for 5-6 hours, by the time hour 4 gets there, by the time hour 5, I'm not going to have the same effect. I'm not going to be executing trades the same way. I'm not going to have as much patience. And I know that because I put the experience, I've put the work in to learn from my failures, to learn from my wins. This all comes from experience. If you want to be productive in whatever industry you're in, you're going to have to gain experience in that industry to learn about yourself, to then put systems in place to keep you on track, to keep you successful. But you're not going to know what systems to put. You're not going to know where you need help, and you're not going to know where you don't need help in until you get the experience. Now, me personally, I'm a trader. If you want to be able to make money trading, if you want experience, if you want life lessons involving trading, I got you. But there's other things, for example, e-commerce, car sales. I'm not going to be able to give you advice in those industries. So I can always try to relate everything back to trading. And I like that because trading also teaches you that in order to be successful, you have to have systems in place. You have to have rule-based systems that are going to essentially just have you follow the plan, follow the plan, follow the plan. Every single day you show up and you do what you're supposed to. You do what you're supposed to, and doing what you're supposed to is going to lead to those results that you want. It's very process-based. It's very systematic. If you want to be productive, if you want to be successful, if you want to have a high quality of life, it all comes down to having systems in place, knowing yourself, understanding yourself, learning from the experiences, learning from your failures, learning from your wins, and using all of that experience to create systems that are only going to allow you to have the highest percent of chance of winning. We're never going to have a 100% guaranteed chance of winning. We want to have our highest percentage of being able to succeed. We want the highest chance of being able to make money. We want the highest chance of being able to catch a successful trade. We want the highest chance of being able to achieve our fullest potential. And the only way you're going to do that is simply putting in the work and staying productive. So if you found this video helpful, if you found value in understanding how I personally stay productive in the systems and processes that I've put in place to keep my trading specifically successful, and just to stay successful as a person, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And also, if you're new to trading, if you've been trading for a while, or if you're just looking for a different process-based system to learn from, make sure you check out the free trading course, which is going to be in the description. And if you do have the money to spare and you are looking for a community of like-minded traders where you can take our trades live, trade with a community live, and just overall learn and earn, make sure you join the VIP Trading Network, where we live trade every single morning. And with that being said, stay safe, stay productive, and make sure you fear being average.